it's finally time to replace this door to the garage. It's just seen better days and it's falling apart. This bottom piece completely fell out and now all of the glass pieces are slipping slowly out. So let's take this off and then we'll reassess what we're gonna do next. I kind of want to still keep glass. I don't know if I need to have the whole thing a glass door, but we'll see when we get to it, because this is definitely a custom sized door. It's only, I think it's 22 inches wide by 72 inches tall. I was able to save all of the glass panels from the old door, and I'm so tempted to just recreate the same door using the old glass, just cleaning these up and cutting some new wood down. But I'm also tempted to run to Habitat for Humanity, see if I could find a door that has glass that I can modify to fit. It'll maybe save me a little time, a little money, a little energy. So let's go on a quick field trip and see what we can find. All right, the temptation got to me, and at 40 bucks, I couldn't pass it up. So let's see if I can modify this door and make it work. Okay, so this is what we're working with. It's upside down at the moment. It's got some old hardware. We'll take this off and hopefully I can make the cut like right down this center stitch. That way we keep the same thickness. If not, we'll just go with like the old door was and it'll be a little thinner on one side. Oh yeah, ooh, that was satisfying. Dang. Big old hardware. All right. I mean, that makes me happy because I think I can cut right down the center, like on the edge of that. Yeah. Ideally. I mean, we'll see. I have a feeling I'm gonna like do all this work and then I'm gonna put it up and be like, I don't like it. I want to build new. You should have just bought wood and not try to salvage an old door. Such is life. I also figured 40 bucks was gonna be cheaper than I was gonna spend for like the wood and the glass. True. I mean, I don't know that. Yeah. My good friend Marylou stopped by to help assist me with cutting down the door to size. So Marylou and I ran the door through the table saw so that we could cut off a little from each side, getting the door down to the correct width. I'm solid. Yeah, it's solid. Once we had the door cut down to the right width, it was time that we needed to cut the bottom section off. Thankfully, Marylou brought her track saw, which made it easy to be able to just rip off the bottom section of the door. Get you a friend that brings over their track saw so you can cut down a door that's should have just built herself, but gotta love this woman. And we're done? Yes, we're done. That's all I had to do then. Please, please fit. I've cut this down. I really just hope it fits perfect the first time. I really don't want to make any adjustments. Fingers crossed. So there ended up being a small piece of weather stripping towards the top, but once I removed that, the door fit in perfectly. Well, there is definitely multiple coats of paint and layers that need to be removed. So I'm gonna start with kind of just scraping some of it, and then we'll maybe do some sanding or some paint stripper, depending on how far down I can get this. Oh, that's a satisfying strip. Ooh, we're gonna be here a while. Cool. Well, I tried to do some sanding to get the multiple layers of paint off of this door, but I think I'm gonna go the route of just using a paint stripper and see if we can get it off in multiple layers in one shot. So let's take it off the hinges, lay it flat, and see if the paint stripper is the route to go. I really started to question my $40 purchase and whether it was worth it in the end, because the amount of time, effort, and labor that I put into this door, I don't know that it was worth it. Honestly, I probably could have just built a door and been more satisfied. I almost gave up on this door so many times. I even used my oscillating tool at one point to start removing the paint, but persistence is key, and I made it through. There was a lot of, what I'm assuming they had Bondo in here that I had to do some repairing. So as much as I would love to sand this down and just go fresh wood, there's just too many spots like this that needed too much repair. So I got it down as soft as I can, and I think we're now ready to prep for paint. So let me tape off the glass, and then we'll start giving this a coat of paint. I know it's a shame to see it go already with all those layers of paint to get it down to raw wood to just paint it again, but ultimately my game plan was to paint it. I just didn't want to paint over all that chips and then see all my hard work go to waste. So even though this was a lot more work than I had anticipated putting into this, it's gonna look amazing in the end. All right, now that the hard part is over of getting this door prepped and ready to this point, let's work on the fun part of designing a fun gold gilding for the glass. I've designed it out in Illustrator, uploaded it into my Cricut design space so that I can cut out a vinyl sticker. I made sure to mirror the design so that we're getting the vinyl sticker on the inside of the glass, and we'll do the gold leafing in the negative spaces. Once I had everything cut out and ready to go and lined up on the door, it's really all the fun part of now adding the gold leaf. Okay, now to fill in all of these areas with gold leafing. All right, we're on the next steps. Let's get ready to gold leaf gild. I'm gonna use gelatin for my adhesive, so let's dissolve one of these sheets in some water and get to gold leafing. The gelatin's dissolved. So we got our adhesive. Now let's add it to the glass. Okay, let's do this. I have a sheet of cardboard on the other side to help deflect the light a little bit. So let's get to gold leaf gilding. All right, well, I did learn the hard way that I added way too much of the gelatin sheets, which made everything way stickier than it needed to be. I only needed to add a few of the diamonds, and I went overkill, which in the end, when I went to clean off the excess gold, it made it extremely hard to get it off of the glass. So here's a note to future Lindsay: less is more. Okay, now that I've gotten one layer of gold leaf on and I've cleaned it up a little with the cotton balls, I'm gonna go back in and fill any of the cracks and voids with a second layer of gold leaf. All right, we have 2 coats of gold leaf, and it looks so good. Oh, I'm so happy with this. So now I'm gonna use some one-shot enamel black paint. This is usually used for like lettering. I'm gonna paint all of the back side in. Then I'll use some soap and water and we'll clean off the excess. And then this door is complete. The one-shot paint is self-leveling and it'll help keep the gold leaf protected when cleaning the glass. So I thought soap and water was the move to cleaning off the excess gold leafing, but I used way too much of the gelatin and it didn't come off as easy as I had hoped in the end, and I ended up removing way too much of the gold leafing from the lettering section that I wanted to stay there, which was super frustrating and lesson learned. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Did I just see that right? Did she just remove all of that hard work? Yes. Yes, I did. Okay, call me crazy, but I just wasn't happy with it, and I'm a perfectionist, and if I'm gonna do it right, I'm gonna do it right. I learned a lot, so let's give this one more go and do it the right way. I definitely gotta say this has become the most tedious part, cleaning the excess gold leafing and keeping the gold leaf in the places that you wanted it. I found from another YouTuber that does gold leafing to use this product, and I found that if I make a good little slurry of it and I put it on and let it sit for a couple minutes and then go back with a Q-tip, I'm able to really clean away the excess gold leafing and keep it in the places that I need it. As you could tell, there's some areas that are gonna need some extra love, but we're back on track now that I found the right product to clean this all up and just give it basically some little extra love, patience, and time. We're so close to having this finished. I gotta be honest, I definitely thought this was gonna be a quicker and easier project than it ended up being. I probably should have just built a door from scratch rather than trying to refurbish an old door, but that's a learning lesson for itself. I thought I was gonna master gold leaf gilding on glass right out the gate, but was quickly humbled. But in the end, practice, patience, and persistence, and I am so proud of the outcome, and I would do it all over again. So until next time, friends, thanks for sticking around, and until we do another fun and wild project together.
Go.